Welcome back, everyone, to another episode. Today, we're going to be talking about the Spypoint Flex. I have to put some batteries in it. And a quick trail camera tip for you. If you have maintenance that you're going to have to do on trail cameras, batteries, go grab SD cards. If you can wait a day or two for some rain, that is your best time to go out there and get after it. You don't have to worry about your scent being left behind. So today I got rain coming in about, 35, 40 minutes. I have 3 cameras that need my attention. One of them's been dead for 3 days now. 3 days ago, it died, and I was like, should I go change them right away? But then I saw this rain, so I waited. So that's probably my best trail camera tip. I mean, for the most part, there's not a lot to them. But let's start talking about the Flex here real quick. This is Spypoint's video-capable cell cam. I'll start out by saying I absolutely love it. The video quality is incredible. The picture quality is insane. It's sound enabled, so you get to hear what's going on, which I'm really excited for once the rut starts and I hear some bucks fighting or grunting. I can't wait to get that audio on camera. One of the few cons of it sends, well, it's kind of a pro. It really is a pro. It just sucks because you can't use the free Spypoint plan. Spypoint sends a GIF, so they send 3 photos throughout the video, and you get to see what's walking by. So yeah, the first frame might be a doe, but then there's a buck following her. That's a massive pro. Where it becomes a con is you almost can't use this on video for free, because you only get 100 photos for free, and it's going to send you 3, and it counts for 3. So you got to pay the $15 a month for this unlimited plan if you're going to get it and use it on video. The rain is on its way, so I want to get this camera taken care of. The other 2 I got to go check out and fix before the rain is here. Look at the simplicity of this. Hopefully it's focusing. Format the SD card, test the camera, it'll just send a photo to you, and on and off. Everything else is done through the app, and because Spypoint is free, it's really nice. So you can set this up, you can control it over a cellular device forever without paying a dime. But let me hang this up, and then we'll go back to the house once I'm done with these other trail cameras and talk about it. So I got some screen recording for you. I'll do my best to put it up as I'm talking, and I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible, but still get you the relevant information, because it's really important to understand how it functions rather than quality and sensitivities and details. Any camera in the 100+ range these days is going to exceed your expectations, I would hope. You'd have to have some pretty high expectations if this doesn't meet or exceed them in the quality front. But with that said, 100-foot range, 100-foot detection range with sound, 1080p. It's an awesome camera. But let's hop into the app and show you a couple things. All right, as the app's loading here. All right, so you can see I got a strap in the way on this camera, but as you can see, here are all of my cell links, which I still absolutely suggest if you're going to be just starting out, get yourself a cell link, throw it on the cameras you already have, try out the app, right? But here we are, we're in the Flex settings. There's your names, there's your options, you got video, picture, there's a time-lapse mode in there. I'm not really concerned about that. If you are, there's time-lapse available. Here are some, sync frequencies. I still suggest, 100% suggest, doing each detection. Like it just showed you, there's a warning, hey, it's going to consume battery. It doesn't consume it as fast as it wants to warn you for, especially if you got some energizer lithiums. I wouldn't worry about it. Just go ahead and set that to each detection, because, man, there's nothing worse than your sync time coming and then you have 1,000 photos of the wind. With this cell setup on each detection, if the wind triggers it 2 or 3 times in a row, I just set the delay to an hour, and then when the evening time starts coming, I just set it back to 1 minute. That's my way around just having my phone blow up non-stop with these cell cams, but it's definitely something you need to think about. And then here's your general time date. That's nothing that important, but here you can see it in the app. I wanted to show you guys that. Now, here we are where there's a little bit of false data. I've had some problems with the battery readings. It goes to 0 and then it's back up to 60, 70, and then it's 0, and right now it's at like 58. And then also the SD card reading. This is 32 gigs. It's got 128. I may have mentioned it before. But it's definitely not full. It definitely doesn't even have 32 gigs worth of things saved on it. So there's some false data in here as well, but like I may have mentioned or may not have mentioned before, that's something that can be updated with firmware pretty easily if you ask me. So, a pro to the camera is, right here, right down to the bottom where it says firmware version, there'll be a big update box. If there's an update available, you just click it. It does it on its own as long as there's enough battery in the camera. It's done and over, and you don't have to think about it. So that's a positive as well. But those are the two false readings I get. Those are like the two issues with it right now, which it's not the end of the world. When it is almost full, even though it reports 32 out of 32, it still knows the real number because it tells you when the card is full still, now 128. But let's go ahead and sort this just to the Flex camera, and we can go through and check out what the pictures and videos look like. So, massive pro of this camera is it sends a GIF. So as you can see here, there's some things that are happening like this one. The deer scared something off that post. I want to see what it is, so let's request that video, right? So now, the next time that camera takes a picture or checks in, it's going to send that full video into the app. And the full videos look like this. Let me find one for you quick. Taking me a second. It's been a while since I've requested one. All right, here's one right here. This is what the video looks like. So there's some audio here too. I don't think the screen capture is going to capture it very well, but here's what it looks like. So it's a really good quality. There's sound here. It gives you all your information down below that you would really want. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing to talk about with this. Like, there's a video. That's what it looks like. I always hit that share button at the bottom and upload it to my Google Photos so that it's there as well. In the meantime, before I go pull the actual SD card and save the originals, I'll share these videos to my Google Photos, which then I have an album for trail cameras. But here's another one. This one's kind of buffering funny, but a couple of little bucks of that scrape post, same thing. It looks great. I absolutely am very impressed with the quality. I don't have an original quality to show you guys for this video. I'll throw one in our Trail Camera Tuesday or something, but I haven't went and pulled this SD card yet. So I don't have the true original quality. I only have the downloaded version, which I don't think, it goes through 2 sets of compression to play. So even though it's great quality after being compressed like this, it's not the true quality yet. But we'll get there. And then here you go. Here's another video. My slight complaint, annoyance with this is being able to rewind is kind of broken. You can try to slide the bar sometimes. It doesn't work. Sometimes it does. It's kind of annoying. That's another reason that I send it to Google Photos and watch it there, save it there. So I'm sure, if you have an iPhone, you can send it to your iPhoto, your iCloud, whatever you want to call it as well. But that's about it. I mean, I don't even know what else to really talk about with this camera. So if you have any questions about it, make sure to put them down below in the comments. But like I said, with Spypoint, it is completely free up to a certain point with all of its cell links and cell cams, and including the Flex. It is free to add that camera, manage that camera, do all the settings, save it, run it, completely free. You only get the first 100 photos if you're on that free plan though. However, if you want that pseudo test run of a cell camera, it's a great option to be able to add those cameras for free and manage them, because then at the end of the day, if you decide, I don't even want them to send the photos, like I'll still treat it as an old school trail camera, you still have all those settings, you still get the first 100 photos for free, but then, after 2 weeks, you just go pull the card. You empty the card, you put it back in. And you can still control that camera, you can still have it for completely free. I know when I ran Moultries back in the day, that was my biggest complaint, is I couldn't even add the cell cam to the app without paying first. So no matter what, there was an upfront fee that doesn't exist with Spypoint. So I still 100% suggest and tell everyone, go ahead and get the cell links. They're, you know, $39 most places, and plug it into your old school cameras. Plug it into one of your old cameras that you have. Make that a cell cam. Test out the app. If you hate it, you now know, and you didn't spend a whole bunch of money on more cameras and more things that you're going to have to spend more money on and then regret in the long run. $39, put it on an old one, use the 100 free photos and see how you feel about it. And then from that point forward, you can either go to Tacticam or Moultrie, you can try something else. But I really do believe that getting in at Spypoint, testing out the cell cam world is a great entry because of the price. And I mean, in today's day and age, we're all trying to save money. So anyway, I think that's where I'm going to leave you guys. Quick Flex review. I love it. I suggest it. But I love the Spypoint experience. That's really like the number one reason for me. Now, all these other companies are catching up. They are all doing what Spypoint is doing, you know, scanning a barcode to add it to your account. That's, you know, Moultrie's doing that now. Tacticam started doing that. Tacticam video cameras, you know, paved the way for Spypoint to come out with the Flex. So, I mean, to each their own. Tacticam has incredible quality. All my buddies that run them love them. I just love the free aspect of the Spypoints, because at the end of the day, if I went bankrupt tomorrow, I could still run all my cell cams for at least 100 photos in a month at a time, which all of my cell links at this point will probably be free all year round because of where I have them placed. A couple of far off food plots. The most I'll get from one of those cams in one night is like 15 to 20. But more often than not, I get like 5, 6 a day, and it works out pretty nicely. So anyway, rambling a little too much. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe on this video. And until next time, we'll see you in the woods.